It's good to be with you, friends, for another Storytellers episode from This Whole Life. I am here with, as you can hear, the ever jubilant, the ever beautiful.
It's the start of a new episode.
It is the start of a new episode.
What's not to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about?
I thought you were going to start singing High School Musical right there.
Oh, really?
It's the start of something new.
Oh, no.
The start of something new.
Oh, I was thinking, actually, I think of a Taylor Swift song. It's the one with the tread. Doesn't she have a video with like treadmills or no? Okay, better look on your face.
Okay, go.
No. Maybe I am thinking. Okay, go. Okay, I will find it and we'll put it in some kind of show notes situation.
A Taylor Swift treadmill music video.
I don't know. I feel like all right. I'll figure this out.
Can't wait. That's okay. I look forward to finding out if that's a thing or not.
Well, congratulations to you if you're still listening, because that was a real turbulent start to the story.
Whatever. The people wanted authenticity. That's what we bring to the table. Storytellers.
Yes.
Friend of the show, Julia Sadusky, has written books.
Amazing.
Two of them are entitled Talking to Your Kids About Sex and Talking to Your Teen About Sex. Okay. You and I have experience with both of those things. And I would love for you to share one particular story from your experience of talking to one of our teens about sex.
Yes. So I want to back up by just giving a little context that so far, two teenagers in, what we have decided is that the really significant conversations around sexual intercourse and married sexual love, the first big conversation happens with both parents present. The second conversation, which is more about the actual like physical process,
the technical approach,
the biological, the biology involved in that, is with the same gendered parent of that child. And then there are some follow-up conversations with both parents. Okay.
Right.
So many layers to this. So we had that initial beautiful theology of the body conversation, which, by the way, when my friends say, like, how do you guys talk to your kids about sex? First of all, it's like, well, it's a constant conversation. We're often talking about it.
Ongoing. Yep.
And secondly, I'm like, I married a man who gives theology of the body talks for a living. So this is a real gift that the Lord knew I would need, as you will soon find out, dear listener, when I tell you this story.
Because the first conversation with the two of us is a very like framing conversation. Mm-hmm. It's about like God's plan for love, the beauty of the human body, the complementarity of the sexes, the original plan from the garden, the dignity of the person, the beauty of sex, and the desires associated with it. It's a very contextual conversation.
Yes. So it was my turn, and one of the things that many experts will tell you is not to try to have intense conversations just sitting down face to face, right? That it's better to be shoulder to shoulder, maybe doing something together, or in a contained place where said child cannot like flee from your presence. So one night we were driving, I don't know what we were doing, but we were leaving something, going to another thing. And it was her and I in the car, and you and I discussed like, this is the time I'm going to talk to her about this. And it went about as poorly as one can imagine.
Do tell. What do you mean?
Given that this is a family show, I will not regale you with a word for word verbatim.
Well, give me a lead up at least. Do you remember how the conversation started, or how you transitioned into it?
Yeah, I think I said like, hey, I want to follow up on what Daddy and I were sharing with you the other night about like God's plan for love, especially in marriage, and the purpose of our bodies. One of the purposes of our bodies. What questions do you have? And then I think I said something like, do you know how sex actually happens? Which maybe was already confusing. Like, we were already off to the races of chaos and absolute just implosion from there. And she looked at me like, no, but was like very open to hearing. She is very open. She is really unabashed,
very inquisitive.
She's open to talking about many things with us. And so she was like, no, like, tell me more. And so then I just very simply, like literally, I maybe used 7 heavy hitting words, and just like explained the basic like anatomical parts that are involved in the process of sexual intercourse.
Yep.
And burst out laughing. Like my discomfort. I don't even know if I finished those 7 words before I was dying laughing. My discomfort could be felt in the tri-state area. Like it was so
Our daughter was so much less uncomfortable than you were.
so much less, so much more mature. So much more mature. We've always known it. This was confirmation that she is far more mature than me. And I came home to you. And
Well, what
Pat,
did you do after that? Did
I
you
don't
just
I blacked out. I can't. I know I drove home.
driving.
I know I drove home. I can tell you, like literally, I can tell you which two exits we were between. That's how brief the conversation was. Like it was over. I think I was like, and back to our regularly scheduled programming. Like turned up the volume.
Just turn the music
on
up
the
to
radio.
drown out your laughter?
And more my tears at that point because the laughter had subsided, and I was like, now I'm just absolutely embarrassed and dejected. So I come home, and Pat, you are like such a supportive spouse and co-parent. You rarely come down on, I don't know if they've ever really come down on me about much of anything, especially when it comes to parenting. And I came home and I told you the story, and it's the closest you've ever been to like disappointed in me. And like, I will have to take care of this myself. Like I was like, and then this happened.
I was disappointed.
And then,
I think I was
well, that was the vibe.
confused.
That was the
Okay.
feeling.
I'm sorry that was communicated to you.
No, it's all good. It was well merited. And I was just like, yeah, and that's what happened there. And you were like, oh my gosh. And so then
Total false start on
it
the
was
sex talk.
it was helpful to like regroup with you and kind of talk things through and rehearse. And the first thing I can tell you that it started with was going back to her and saying, hey, remember the other night when
And she stopped you right there and was like, yep, I do.
when we were talking
What
about
was that?
sex? And I laughed. But I started with just explaining like, wow, I did not realize how uncomfortable that was for me. And that discomfort actually comes from a place of believing that this is so important. And I feel a lot of pressure to not mess this up. So transparency was winner, chicken dinner that night. And oh dear gosh, I have several years until I have to do this again with the same gender child. And it's going to give me some time. This is why the Lord gave us 3 sons in a row.
At least the next time is twins, so you can do it at the same time.
Oh my
and
gosh.
as uncomfortable as
No,
possible.
they are so different. I will not be giving that talk in
I
the same.
I agree.
With them at the same time. Anyways, thanks for pulling that out of my archives. I had deeply repressed that memory, but
I did not.
I'm grateful. It was just right there for the
I
prime.
wasn't even there, and it's one of my favorite memories because I think it is just hilarious. What I love about it is like your humility and minor humiliation in the wake of that attempt at a sex talk.
Gosh.
But it is one of my favorite examples of like, for all the mistakes that we parents can make, there are very few mistakes that you can't take back, or I don't mean take back exactly, but you can't recover
from. No, totally.
And like repair
Yes.
the relationship or the attempt that you tried to make in the first place.
Yes.
So like your vulnerability, your openness, and saying like, here's the thing, kid, total transparency, super uncomfortable.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love you. I'm passionate about this. I was really uncomfortable, and that came out through my mouth. So
Yes.
I'm sorry about that.
My nervous titter.
Yep.
Yes. Thankfully, we've had many conversations. She's actually so comfortable. She brings it up all sorts of times and ways and topics.
Yep.
So I know that we have moved on and we have recovered, but yes.
And you have
it
kept
was
your composure
dicey.
in almost every
Yes.
other conversation.
And all those others. Yes, it's true. It's true. We just had to get over that hump. So, ta-da!
Thank you for sharing with the class. I appreciate it. Great job. You got a couple more years to prepare for the next one.
And
It'll be
who
fun.
is the patron of difficult conversations with your kid?
Oh gosh, that's a great question.
Our Lady Endure of Knots. St. Rita and St. Jude.
It's got to be Monica, right?
Impossible Causes.
Yeah.
Okay.
With like her bratty atheist son, you know what I
Saint
mean? Just
Monica,
keep
pray
coming
for
back
us.
to a tough conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
Amen. Thank you for sharing, my love.
Anytime.
God bless you, friends.